We are live. I got the one, the only Mr. J. Nolan in the house.
What's happening, Ken Waltz?
What's going on, dude?
Everything. Sitting here talking to you on the phone. Next thing you know, you said, "Let's go live." I'm like, "All right, let's go live."
Let's just go live, man. Let's talk it out. Let's talk about it. Let's get some other people talking about it.
Okay.
Hopefully my internet's good. I apologize, but I decided to upload my, it's hard to explain. I decided to connect my entire computer to iCloud, and it's going crazy. Larry Schneider, what's happening, bro? You're going to want to hear this, man. Share this out, brother. Share this out. I got the one and only Mr. J. Nolan. Bruce Mills, my brother. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Bruce. So for those of you that don't know, Jay Nolan is a former professional baseball player. Is that the right? You
hit it on the head. You hit it on the head.
And Jay is a good friend of mine. He's the CEO of a lot of things, man.
a lot of things. Multiple companies.
We got Ernest Odell. Sherry. Hey, Sherry. How are you? Mark Rodriguez is in the house. What's happening, Mark? Mary Riley. The inimitable Kellen Ann is in the house. Thank you for sharing, my brother Mark. I appreciate it. So, I don't care who you are. If you live in the United States of America, there have been a lot of things happening over the last year and a half. And Edwin Dearborn, how in the world are you, my brother?
I'm just sharing all over the place. Ben, I'm not looking at the screen. I'm listening to Ken, but I think everybody needs to hear this, so I'm sharing it.
There's a brother of mine, Eric Overly, who is a law enforcement professional. Laura Bramlett Wilkerson, a dear friend of mine and a client of mine. And Laura, my friend, is Jay Noland. Jay Noland. So Jay was a professional baseball player. Played for didn't you room with Alex Rodriguez and when you were in the minor leagues and who else? Babe Ruth.
That put me way back, huh?
I'm just playing. So it was Alex Rodriguez and who else, man? Ken Griffey Jr. Didn't you say?
Play with Griff, play with Alex. I came up with all kind of a big old crop of what people now know as Hall of Famers. I came up with Mike Piazza, Pedro Martinez. So, we all came up in the same crop.
Yeah. So you ended up getting into the direct sales business, and you've sold. Yep. I know you've sold billions of dollars worth of stuff over the years. And Jay, why don't you, just for the heck of it, tell everybody? Laura says we're frozen. I don't feel frozen.
I don't either.
Am I freezing up on your end, dude?
I don't know. You look crystal clear to me.
Okay. So tell everybody how this all came about. What's going on with you?
Well, I got, played professional baseball for 6.5 years, blew my elbow out in 1995. Had about a 1-year rehab to see if I could play again. I could come back and play again. And I decided not to, because during that time I got involved in direct sales, and I just fell in love with the concept of residual income and started learning about the term free enterprise. Free enterprise.
Yep.
That, to me, is what should be taught in school. Because if people really were taught what free enterprise is, they would take the time to protect free enterprise to make sure that it remains free. Because what most people don't understand about freedom is if you don't pay attention to it, it will get snatched. So I fell in love with the free enterprise concept and residual income. And I started saying, hey, if I could grow this, duplicate, I don't have to be an employee anymore. If people want to be an employee, more power to anybody that wants to be an employee. But I would think if people have the choice to be an employee or a successful business owner, most people would choose successful business owner, successful entrepreneur, where they make up their own time. I mean, they make up their own mind what they do with their own time.
Right.
That was the biggest thing for me.
Yep.
I wanted to make up my mind with my own time. So even though I was playing professional sports, it was big time. It was big time glorified employee.
Yep.
Because when I got injured, the Seattle Mariners didn't want to keep paying me anymore, even though I helped build the San Diego Padres. 4 years, I helped build their organization. They didn't want to give me any residuals for that.
Right.
You know, the Colorado Rockies didn't want to give me any residuals. So I wanted to have some residuals. I wanted to be participating free enterprise. So I got involved in direct sales. It took me about 4 years to get real good at it. And then I got very good at it after 4 years. I started building humongous teams and making great residual income. And I found out that our government, in specific, the Federal Trade Commission, the division and administrative agency, unelected officials, they just don't like, in my opinion, free enterprise. So they started.
Why do you think? What do you think? What do you think they have against? Because they do. I can tell. I mean, it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. But why? What do you think that is? Maybe they want to be in there, but they don't have the stones to get. I mean, what is the reason, do you think?
I just think because when you have free enterprise on a mass scale, you have people that initially have control over their tax dollars. So as an employee, the taxes are taken out from you before you get your check.
Yeah, right.
As a business owner, you get your money, and so you get the advantage of having tax write-offs and the advantage of investing and depreciation and all these different things that they don't teach us in school. You get all these advantages, so you get your money first. So I believe systematically, fundamentally, that they don't like that people are free to be able to control their lives. And I believe that if you're an entrepreneur, you make up your own mind and you're not controlled by the government. If they can keep you suppressed and they can use the media to keep sending out all these scare messages, then they can control your narrative.
Yep.
They can control your narrative. You notice what I say? Not the narrative. They can control your narrative. So the narrative that you want for your life, they get to dictate it just like puppets on a string. And that's why I think they hate it.
I think that it's evident that, and again, this isn't about Republican or Democrat or independent, or it's not about a party. Look at the whole thing as a whole, man. There have been, I mean, and in the last year and a half, it's really reared its ugly head, man. There have been some serious power grabs going on, and it's like a fight for everything that the U.S. Constitution and that our founding fathers. It's a fight for everything that we stand for as America, the Republic, and so you had. I mean, I was at your event 3 or 4 years ago, I think. When was that?
2019.
Was it 19?
April 2019. Yeah,
it was 19. Wow. So in 19, I was at your event out in Vegas. You had I don't even know how many people were there. A lot.
Yep.
And of people that, you've got this business selling coffee and really good coffee and tea and really good tea and everybody's having fun, everybody's making money. It was, I mean, I was like, this is really cool, man. You've really got a cool thing going. And then was it January of 2020?
Yeah, yep. January 13th.
January
Yep.
13th
January
of
13th.
2020. You're coming back from a trip with your wife and your little boy. And at the
Yep.
time he's 4 years old. You got off the plane in where? What city?
LAX, Los Angeles, California.
LAX. And you get off the plane in LAX, and there was a parade waiting for you. They had streamers and clowns and well, we know there were clowns.
Yeah, crazy.
There were these people waiting for you. Do you want to tell everybody about that?
Well, you know, excuse me, I guess I got to really clear my throat for what we're about to talk about because we got some stuff to talk about. No, I come through customs, and then they said, "Hey, we got a special fast pass for you today." Think about that. So yeah, so these custom agents come. I mean, the border patrol said, "We got a fast pass." You, Mr. Nolan, yeah. They take us over the side, help us get our luggage quickly, get us checked through quickly, and then they escort us up. And I'm like, this is kind of weird. They escort us up the ramp, and we're about to go out like you would normally, you know, going out and to your life. And we get up to the top, and all these people stand out, and they got a stack of papers for me, and they say, "Hey, you've been sued by the Federal Trade Commission. And all your assets are frozen, and all of this, your company's frozen, and there's a receiver that's being put in place to take over your company." And what? And so I had no idea this was going on. I had no idea. So they went and got some private hearing in front of a federal judge. Me as a business owner, not there. They presented complaints that were false, fake complaints that were connived up by a disgruntled staff member that had committed adultery on his wife, 3 kids, 1 special needs, wanted to leave and be with my assistant. And they came to me and asked me to leave, and could he leave his wife? I said, well, number one, your life is your life, but in our company, we have a no fraternization policy. So no, I'm not going to sanction that. So I literally just said no. So we had to let her go. He had some equity in the some equity ownership in the company at the time, and then he just we just tried to work it out with him, and so he decided rather than to comply, just go ballistic, start a smear campaign, go file false complaints, which we've proven that many of those now are lies, and but nobody has wanted to hear about that. So the Federal Trade Commission, what they've been able to do is illegally use Section 13B of the Act to go get these secret hearings with these judges and get these judges to persuade them not to follow the law. Think about that. To be able to just stroke of a pen, freeze everything you got without you even being there to defend. Like I couldn't even be there to say, well, this guy, which complaints? Oh, let me tell you why these complaints are here, because this guy wanted to leave his wife to be with. They didn't ask me about any of that. So, but they've been doing it to all kind of companies, and I know the reason why is pretty obvious. And I think you know the reason why.
So, and we're going to get into that, but at first I want to acknowledge that we have the Dame Doria Cordova on.
Incredible, Dame Doria. Powerful.
So dude, so immediately everything is frozen. But hey, at least you had your 4-year-old son's bank account to rely on, right?
No, we had nothing. He didn't have a personal bank account, but we had an account set up, really that was targeted for his future. Well, they froze all of that. It was crazy because that night he could kind of tell what was going on. And you know how your kids have these little Spider-Man type wallets or like a little cartoon wallets. And me and my wife, of course, we went to a hotel and we were trying to figure out what we could pay for the hotel with because they froze all the cards, but they left one card. So in the order, they allowed us to have a personal card. So, I was able to get the hotel room on that card. And then our little son walks up to us and he has his wallet, and he says, "Here, mom and daddy," because he gets $1 every now and then.
Yeah.
Because I can, he said, "I got some money here to help if you need it." 4 years old, and he opened his little wallet up with his $2 or $3 in it, and I was like, "Damn."
Wow.
I done went out here, generated hundreds of millions of dollars, and helped, pump the economy, provide all kind of people with opportunities, and I don't even get a say in what the hell's going on. So it's just foul. It's just wrong. It's not due process. Stands for zero with that flag behind you. Supposed to stand for, and because we don't speak up as people, or we don't pay attention, all of our freedoms from free enterprise are being raped from us all the time. And I'm just not going to sit back and be silent about it, because I'm sitting there wondering, you and I were having a conversation earlier about different people that you get a chance to talk to. And a lot of people, they don't want to get involved. They don't want to they don't want to say, hey, I don't want to get targeted. Well, our founding fathers, what if they didn't want to put themselves out there? What if they didn't want to make a stand?
I think that, I look at all this, and I know that you've been fighting this now for a year and a half, which is just insane to me. And you've had over 1,000 or more maybe of your people, distributors in your company, people that love your company, people that and that's a huge majority of your company. That's like most of them have stepped up and said, we got you, man, and we're going to help you out. And hey, there's Ori Spado. How you doing, Ori? Good to see you, brother. Good to see you. But they took all of this from you. Other people stepped up and helped you guys along the way. And then last month you called me and you said, Ken, hey dude, wow, we're winning, man. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. We finally got it. They finally see it. They see that the FTC, and my buddy Eric Overly up on the screen is in law enforcement. Eric is not allowed to just go, for whatever reason he wants to come up with, go arrest somebody and take all their stuff. That's illegal. He can't just walk into your house and start searching. Hey, I want to look for dope in your refrigerator or whatever. He can't do that legally. He's got to have, there's due process behind it. You got to go to the court first. You have to get a warrant. You have to get a judge to sign off on it. You have to do all these things. And what you're saying is nobody did that. These are people that are in not even in an elected position. They're just in a position that somebody gave them the position in life. And they said, Eric, there it is. Eric said, you got to have probable cause. And so they just go in and seize all your stuff. They take it all and your stuff. And they take it all and leave you and your family with nothing. You're getting off a plane in LAX in Los Angeles, where you don't live or have a home, and leave you with nothing. Nothing.
Nope.
And they can do this. Why?
Because Section 13B of the Federal Trade Commission allows them, if they believe a business is acting improper, it gives them the ability to get an injunction to stop the behavior.
Injunction from who? A court? A judge?
It's supposed to go through an administrative process first. So first, there should be a notice to you as a business owner. They didn't send us any notice. So this is of their act. They're supposed to give you notice. If you disobey the notice, they send you what's called a cease and desist letter. Demand.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, they bring you into the administrative process in front of an administrative judge inside the Federal Trade Commission. Once you go through that process, if you don't come to terms with them there and comply or work out any misunderstandings, because the government should want to compel good business and keep business moving.
Right.
But if there's a bad actor in there in that administrative process, they can go to a court then, and then the court can issue an injunction to just stop your business.
Right.
Then and only then. So Section 19 of the Federal Trade Commission Act says, if you want money from the business owners, if you think they've taken money illegally from consumers, then you can go through a process through Section 19 to have them disgorge funds from, if it once it's proven who in fact was hurt. So the burden would be on the FTC to prove who are the actual hurt consumers that need to have the money returned to them.
So now, over the last whatever many years, how much money has the FTC seized from companies just at a hey, we're taking your assets and your money? How much?
I'm thinking I saw a report, and I'm gonna go grab this because I think it was in one of the amicus briefs in the Supreme Court. I think it was something like $25 billion they took and only gave back $1 billion.
So they gave the $25 billion back to all the people that.
No, they only gave back, I think, about $1 billion. I'm gonna give you an example.
Wow.
So in 2017, they took $5.2 billion from companies. They only gave back approximately the 0.2 part. So the B part, the $5 billion, they kept. Nobody knows where the money's at.
Okay, so where's the money?
Nobody knows where the money's at.
Dude, that's $5 billion. How do you lose $5 billion?
The year before that, in 2016, they took 11 point some billion, and they only gave back around 100 million, about 0.1 million. So they kept 11 billion. So somewhere between 1% and 5% is what we've been saying that they given back. But what they are doing, and the public is sleight of hand. They are telling the public this, and they're telling Congress this. We don't have the proper tools to protect consumers from bad businesses to make them whole, to give them back the money. It's a lie. I'm going to be very clear about this. That's why my voice is raised, because I don't think people are getting this. It's a lie. They are not giving the money back to the consumers. They're keeping the money, and they're telling the public, and they're telling Congress that we're here to protect the consumers, to give the money back. It's just a lie. They're not giving the money back. But because they know they can get public sentiment if they make the public feel like they're protecting the consumers, they know they can get Congress sentiment if they can make Congress feel like it, but they never want to show the stats of where the money goes.
And let's just be real, man. They're the one or two people, because I know we're talking about a department of the U.S. government, but we're talking about a couple of people in that department that have this bone to pick with whatever. And Eric just said it. They self-fund with the fine monies and continue to build the monstrosity.
Yes.
So these are, some of these deals are done on the golf course.
Some, like, to me, man, this cannot be. And listen, and people go, well, why should I care? You should care because I'm a business owner, just like for you, if you're a business owner. And every one of these businesses, I should say almost all of them, none of them suspect anything. And they get slashed. Go type in Google. Just go into Google and type in, does the FTC have blood on its hands? This is an article that came out November 2020. And it was done by an attorney and a law student at the University of Michigan. and it's showing where multiple business owners are committing suicide because they're so devastated that they don't have any due process rights. So people in my position, and they also froze the assets of who you just posted,
Scott
Harris, because he's one of the executives, and another one of our executives in our company, Tommy Sacca.
Yep.
So they not only didn't freeze me, they froze me, all my family, what we got in our personal family. They froze Scott. They did a big sweep. They went and froze his bank accounts, and he was a signer because he's got 2 young sons in college. They went and froze those accounts. And they did the same thing to Tommy Sacca.
And that's bad enough. That's really, 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 really bad, all of that. But then there were people that, like Melanie Summers, who was a distributor with your company that was owed money.
I'm going to get my battery here. My battery's about to go dead here. Let me tell my wife. Keep going. This is good.
I think Melanie was one of them that was owed money, and they seized all of your accounts and didn't pay all these people that were relying on these paychecks.
Yeah, I'm on. I need a battery charger. The battery's got to go. Yeah. So they said they're here to protect. Listen, everybody. It's simple. Why Ken said he wanted to go live. I said, all right, let's go live. I had an account. We have what's called an e-wallet to where our affiliates could choose they could choose this. Let me put my charger on here. I don't know why I forgot that.
Hurry up. Don't be dying on me now.
You know what I'm talking about, kid?
Yeah.
All right, there we go.
There you go.
All right. So our affiliates, it goes into an e-wallet. And that e-wallet, they can either take those commissions and purchase more products. So here, for example, we paid out like $2.6 million in commissions. The FTC, when they came into the court, they told the court that we only paid out $1.1 million. They just lied, right? So of the $2.6 million, because they said, oh, they're just running some kind of pyramid scheme. They're just running some kind of game. Of the $2.6 million, Ken, approximately $493,000. Ken, that's almost $500,000. Affiliates chose to buy more product as opposed to push it to their bank account.
Right.
So we have a wallet to where affiliates can choose to buy more product, or the affiliates can say, I want to push it to my bank account or give me a check. Okay?
Yeah.
So I keep a one particular account that's like the overflow funds. If it's, for example, if everybody says, we want all of our commissions today, as the owner of the company, the CEO of the company, I keep an account to where that money is designated for that. So I had an account with about $200,000 in it, which is about the commissions the affiliates were owed. Okay. So when they came and froze the company, they said, we're here to protect the consumers, which include the affiliates, from the damage that this man and his company and his executives are causing these people.
Look
So
at
if they
what,
didn't have to protect them, what should they have done right away with that $200,000 that was owed to those affiliates? What should they have done?
paid them.
They said, no, we don't have the money to pay
you. Here's what Eric says. It's all squeeze money. The mafia had neighborhood numbers games, which were deemed illegal by the government. The government saw how profitable it was and created lotteries. Evidently, if it is legal if the government is doing it.
It's crazy. They came in, man, and did not pay the affiliates. And then the receiver that they put in to take over my company comes in, stopped shipping products. We were doing around $250,000 to $350,000 a month just in, coffees, teas, nutraceuticals, those our products. She stopped. She turned off the front website, told the affiliates they can only order from their back office. Yet she came in, shut down the merchant account, didn't put a new merchant account in, and didn't ship products for around 5 months. But yet every single month, but every time she could, she would submit invoices to the court for her to be paid. And so now we're estimating she's taking close to $500,000 and she has done no marketing. She doesn't let the people order from the front website. They said,
what do you mean she's taking $500,000 for what?
So the money we got in our banks, she gets to just run around doing stuff, saying that she's doing stuff in the company. And then she gets to submit bills to the court. And then they go into the bank account, my account, our company account, and then she gets to pull the money out, but not pay the affiliates. She told the affiliates, she told the affiliates, don't have the money to pay you. Yes, she's taking out about $500,000 to pay herself. And then she hired an attorney to represent her from her own law firm.
Dude.
So then he charges a bill. So everything she does, the attorney goes and reviews it. So she charges a bill for her services. And then the attorney for her in the same law firm, he charges a bill. I'm going to come on here one day and I'm just going to show you the rundown of all the bills of how they charge, what they charge.
That, dude. That's absolutely unbelievable. Yeah. Welcome to the grand shakedown. Here's the thing. I started to talk about this earlier. Last month you hit me up. You say, Ken, we are good, man. We are good. The Supreme Court we've been talking to, we've sent people in. The Supreme Court, we finally got their attention, and all in a historical vote. It's never happened before. Tell everybody about that.
Well, when this how they've been doing what I just told you, there's companies that have been fighting against this for years who could handle the fight.
Yep. So
the Seventh Circuit Credit Bureau, Justice Amy Barrett, thank goodness for her, no matter what party line you're on, because she made a stand in the Seventh Circuit and she said, FTC, what you're doing? Pretty much, she said what you're doing is illegal because she would not overturn. So the FTC then would try to go to the Supreme Court to get the Supreme Court to say, hey, what we've been doing illegally is legal. So then there's another case out in California called AMG where they have a $1.2 billion judgment against them. And AMG said, well, you came in here and sued me under 13B, saying that you get money under 13B, and 13B doesn't authorize you to get money. So AMG went to the Supreme Court. Well, the Supreme Court got rid of the Seventh Circuit. They were going to hear the Seventh Circuit deal, and they said no, which means they affirmed the 13B, how they've been using this illegal. Okay, so AMG goes up, and then many of the affiliates in our company, they went and got an attorney, and the attorney wrote an amicus brief in support of the fact that how they've been doing businesses illegal. The United States Chamber of Commerce did an amicus brief. The Retailers Association Federation did an amicus brief. The Direct Selling Association, multiple other big organizations did these briefs, but our affiliates are the only ones who got an attorney to file an amicus brief in all of the direct sales industry, thousands of companies, $200 billion done every year, and our affiliates are the only ones. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm not pointing the finger, I'm saying that should be a wake-up call. Well, the Supreme Court had an oral argument between the FTC and the AMG company on January 13th. Isn't that kind of a trip? They sued me on January 13, 2020, and then they're standing before the Supreme Court on January 13, 2021.
Wow.
And all 9 justices pretty much berated them and said, what are y'all doing? And so 9-0 on April the 22nd, 2021, 9-0, the Supreme Court says, FTC, what you've been doing is illegal. For 40 years.
You can't do that anymore.
For 40 years, said you can't do it. 2 days before that, now, Ken, I want to know from your professional and your business acumen, 2 days before that ruling came down. So April the 22nd, everybody listen to me. April the 22nd, the Supreme Court rules that what the FTC has been doing is illegal. 9-0. April the 20th, 2 days earlier, the FTC goes into Congress and asks them to make legal what they've been doing illegal. How come they were in there 2 days before the ruling, Ken, in your opinion?
Lucky timing. I mean, come on, dude. This is so evident. Like it's ridiculous. And I can't believe, okay. Like my thought is this, and I love you like a brother, man. And and obviously, like, regardless of how all this shakes out, you're a champion. You'll always be a champion. You're going to make it. There are thousands of people, or well over 1,000. I don't know how many that didn't get paid. And a lot of them literally
over 3,000.
And a lot of them, that was their sole income. Their sole income was selling coffee and having fun and doing their thing, right? Building a business at home or whatever. Yep. And they all got cut off because of this receiver lady or whoever. Yep. And so what about the people, man? What about, like, if we as a country continue to sit back and we go, okay, you know what? I know they took away a right, but it's just one right. I mean, we still have all these other rights. Or I know they're overstepping here, but it's just a little tiny overstep. Like it's we still have all these other rights. It's the shortening of the dog's chain, right? Like, yeah. It's I think you brought that up originally. Like, you take out one link a day, the dog's never going to notice the chain got shorter. Nope. Just one link a day. That's all you got to do. Take one link out at a time, and the dog won't notice.
And now they got a bill called HR 2668 in before the House.
Yep.
And it's saying, all the bill is saying is, what we've been doing illegally, this is in essence, what we've been doing illegally for 40 years, Congress make it legal. What make it legal means no due process.
Right.
That means any one of you listening that have a business, or if you're an employee of a business that they decide to go, hey, we don't like you, that means that you can be froze just like that. If that bill passes, I want everyone to expect whatever you're doing for work to just eventually just get shut off. Because it just happens to different people, but it happens a lot. Happens to different companies. And if you hit one company, you're not just hitting that one owner. You're hitting the staff. You're hitting suppliers. You're hitting all kind of people, man.
And, I mean, look, the reason this live is taking place is somebody sent me something today and said, hey, did you see this? And I was like, whoa, that's crazy. And so I called you, or I sent the link to you, and I said, I'm sure you've already seen this. It was from the 14th of June. And you said, no, I haven't seen this. What do you think this means? And I said, it sounds to me like the FTC is saying, hey, Supreme Court, you got us on that 13B thing. Yeah, sneaky little, but you know what? We have all these other ways. We're going to continue doing our thing. And that's literally what this says. Jay, I'm going to put it up on screen. I want you to read it to everybody. Ready?
Let's go. When companies egregiously defraud consumers, workers, and small businesses, they should, at a minimum, redress their victims, and forfeit their financial gains. Last month, the Supreme Court ruled that the Federal Trade Commission cannot seek restitution or disgorgement from law-breaking firms through Section 13B of the FTC Act. However, Section 13B is not the FTC's only tool. It is long overdue for the commissioners to take steps to use other authorities that allow the agency to make victims whole and that deter misconduct in the first instance. So that right there is a complete deceptive paragraph.
So that's besides the point. That's now we're getting into what's the word? Conjecture. Let's stay objective for 1 minute.
Stay objective.
Let's pretend like you're a professional baseball player making $100 million a year or whatever they make.
Okay.
Ridiculous money. But let's say that you're doing that and you're just a regular old U.S. citizen. Okay. Jay, let me ask you a question. Who's the highest court in the land of the United States of America?
Supreme Court.
Supreme Court. And when the Supreme Court says, don't do this, are you going to go, well, the Supreme Court said we're not allowed to stab people in the heart, but we're allowed to stab them in the liver still. So are you going to, that's kind of what it sounds like. They're going, hey, Supreme Court, thank you for your opinion, justices. Have a nice day. We have some other methods. And then they're making a public freaking announcement about it. What? Are you out of you got to be kidding me. So keep reading this, dude.
Unfortunately, many of our predecessors serving on the commission largely ignored decades. Largely ignored decades of directives and authorities that Congress provided to protect consumers, workers, and honest businesses. Across multiple administrations, commissioners failed to take even the most basic steps to trigger sanctions for egregious fraud. For example, if commissioners would simply restate in our consumer protection rules which types of business practices are clearly unlawful, violators would be liable not only for the victim restitution, but also for civil penalties and damages. I don't even think I can keep reading this, kid.
So dude.
I can't do it, man. I can't read it.
So, dude, listen. That says, hold on, where is it? I'm looking for it. The third line down, across multiple administrations, commissioners failed to take even the most basic steps to trigger sanctions for egregious fraud. Let me ask a question. Who are the commissioners? Who are these people? Who are they? I honestly want to know, who are they? Are they elected officials?
No.
Who are the commissioners? Who are we talking about here? We're talking about some people that may be in a back room making deals and dude, what the heck is going on, man? So they're allowed to just say, hang on, I'm almost clicking on the wrong tabs here. So they're allowed to say that commissioners in the past, under other administrations, commissioners failed to take even the most basic steps to trigger sanctions, which is what they did against you, right? I mean, seizing your bank accounts and all of that, that's sanctions, right?
So they're admitting what they've been doing is wrong. But they're trying to be cute. What do you think they're trying to do there, Ken?
It's either, I think they're thumbing their nose at the Supreme Court, and they're saying, now what? And I would think, now I don't know if the Supreme Court has the ability to go, no. You know what? We're just going to I don't know if they have the ability to just shut down a government agency. Probably not. But you would think that the highest court, the highest ruling, all 9 of the justices, all 9 of them,
including who most believe is the most liberal Justice Breyer, most believe he's the most liberal. He's the one that wrote the scathing opinion. And he says, you guys are saying that what you're doing is to protect consumers? Go read it. Go read it. I mean, he was like, the business community was worried of you in the first place for giving you any kind of power like this. And in 1973, I think it was David Fitzgerald. Somebody should put that article, the link to the article up, where one of the litigation attorneys inside the Federal Trade Commission, he admitted that what they're doing with 13B is illegal. He admitted it in so many words, but said, we just got to stay under the radar and keep on moving very quietly.
Jay, this thing goes on to say that today the commission is announcing that it will be reviewing the business opportunity rule. This rule, now this is let me go back to this for a minute. Hang on. This is a rule. It's not a law. Is it a law?
Boom.
Is it a law?
No, it's a rule. Boom.
By a rule that the FTC. So the FTC is saying, hey, we are the highest body in the land. We're the highest authority.
That's how they're acting.
But are they?
No. What are you talking about? The Constitution is the highest document.
I know, dude. I know.
Look
It
what
was a
Robert Miller just
rhetorical
posted.
question.
18 months, no due process, no day in court, no opportunity. We don't even have a court date yet.
But you told me they brought in some woman or somebody that was an expert out of Michigan
Out of Minnesota.
Minnesota. Were you was that in a court or something? Where was that?
That was in a preliminary injunction hearing. That was in a hearing to say, can the judge keep all of our assets frozen or not? Can he keep a receiver in place? And it was a joke.
And you were there.
Yeah, I was there. And
their expert out of Minnesota. What was it she said again? I thought it was very poignant.
Well, number one, she did a bogus report. And number two, when they found out that she had been doing talks about the KKK and direct sales business opportunities, and then she related the KKK to direct sales and MLM, and our attorneys asked her, well, why would you say this? And she says, well, I didn't actually write that. I was doing some type of seminar. I don't know what she was doing on it, but she said that, well, why? Why would you say the KKK and direct sales are related when there's always great companies out there in the world? And she said something to the effect of many people being intrigued by the KKK. And the whole courtroom just went like, who the hell is intrigued by the KKK?
And you're sitting there.
I'm sitting there. I'm like, look, I'm looking around. I said, I don't know if y'all realize it, but I'm the only black CEO sitting in this courtroom. And the number one witness against me, she believes that people are intrigued by the KKK. So I began asking everybody, how many of y'all are intrigued by the KKK?
Hey, drop a 1 in the comments if you're intrigued by the KKK. Drop a 2 if it never crossed your mind.
Yeah.
Like, dude, that is some craziness, man.
So we had, I don't know how many dozens of people filed declarations with the court saying they believe that it's been racial bias against me, and how could the court allow this type of talk to be allowed in the court?
Look, Eric said, they must have changed their membership standards. Oh, jeez, dude. I mean, that just completely blows my mind. We've talked about it before, man. It's like, you got to be kidding me.
Number one witness against me believes that people are intrigued by the KKK. I want everybody to remember that. And there needs to be, and I've been talking about this for 18 months.
Wow.
But where is all the noise? See, if people don't come and scream in regards to our case, that's why it keeps happening because everybody goes, oh, shh, oh, shh. And unless somebody gets shot, people are not screaming. But guess what? That's wrong. But also, when businesses keep getting shot, that's wrong.
I agree, dude. It's craziness, man.
So,
Absolutely.
I mean, I felt inspired, Ken, that you read that letter and it seemed like it did something to you because my friend, you called me up. You said, Jay, are you seeing this?
Yeah.
And I'm like, they believe they got the ability to talk like this because they've got power that's completely been unchecked for decades. They believe that they are the king.
I mean, this is crazy, man. This whole letter is absolutely insane. You know, Jay, I would say you've got the link. You ought to put this up on there's I mean, the first paragraph says it all. Last month, the Supreme Court ruled that the Federal Trade Commission cannot seek restitution or disgorgement from law-breaking firms. That is not what they said, by the way. But from law-break, they did not. The Supreme Court did not say that. They did not say from law-breaking firms.
No, they did not. Now, to me, isn't that disrespectful?
You've got a federal agency saying that federal justices.
Yep.
And they're putting words in a federal justice's mouth, all 9 of them, because it was 9-0. The ruling.
Isn't that like defaming the justices?
It's got to be. But what the heck? I mean, why are we not seeing this stuff all over the news? Why is it not everywhere? Why is this not like everybody's going, wait a minute, you got a government agency. I mean, there was a time when the Supreme Court was, man, that was it. That was the most respected, highest, like, and they're just saying, they're making stuff up, saying that the Supreme Court said law-breaking firms, that the FTC cannot seek restitution or disgorgement from law-breaking firms. That's not what they said. That is not what they said.
No.
That's insane. Like, I mean, dude.
That's what you call arrogance, disrespect, dishonor, and it's only allowed because everybody listening to me and Ken now, we've been letting this happen, and we're on here to say this can't happen. I'm here on Front Street. Ken's on Front Street. All of you should be on Front Street screaming. And I'm telling you, Ken, with that Stop House Bill 2668, there was about 300. I don't know, it might have been more.
Somebody please put the www.stophousebill, put that in the chat just by itself. So it's clickable. Put the
www.stophousebill2668.com.
I'm putting it in as a scroller, but it won't be clickable. 2668.com, right?
Yeah, stophousebill2668.com. We had people send in, I don't know, can somebody post? Because people sent in hundreds, if not thousands. No, I think it was thousands. I think it was over 3,000 emails to Congress people about this bill. And they had people that were saying, okay, oh yeah, we want to receive this. And yet they went to a congressional hearing and mentioned nothing about the 3,000 people that were screaming. They've been allowed to just go and keep doing this. Wow. There you go. Over 3,000 emails to one particular House of Congressman. I'm not even going to say his name right now because people are working with him, letting them know that if you ignore the people anymore, we're just going, I'm an activist. I got to keep talking.
Dude, so I think that that everybody needs, you need to be doing your part. You need to be doing look, Ernest Odell just said, if we continue to let these thugs, which is exactly what they are, thugs in business suits,
Yes.
get away with this, that you will be next.
Yeah. So
here's my brother Eric says, Jay, I'm sorry that you and your family are having this experience. Please stand your ground with your case and fight on. Band with other business owners and fight. They will file motions and drag this out to where most give up due to lack of funds to fight the beast. He's right. Fight on, and hopefully others along with you put a class action suit together. Well, yeah, talk about that.
Well, right now, okay.
Funny you should mention that.
It's funny you should mention that. 1,012 of our affiliates hired an attorney. They've now paid the attorney tens of thousands of dollars to file a motion to intervene, to tell the court, Judge, the FTC is not speaking on our behalf, the people they say they're protecting. They're lying to you.
Yeah.
We want to intervene under, and they gave the rule. And maybe I know that Robert knows the rule. And the judge denied hearing them.
What?
He denied.
1,012 people, and he's wow.
At the time, it was 543. So at the time, it was 543, and he denied. And he said the reason he's denying is because they were submitting too late. So now, when the Supreme Court did his ruling, it opened up the window for them to go refile, saying it ain't too late now. So when they wouldn't refile, Ken, the FTC filed an opposition to the people they say they're protecting for their voices to be heard, because the FTC knows that they've been lying. They know they've been deceptive. They know that these people are here. Hey, do you realize this? I think it was back last August. Our affiliates asked our attorney to make the FTC sue them so they can be heard. It's called Rule 19.
And this, by the way, this House Bill 2668, this and what this letter that I have up here on the screen right there, what that letter talks about is, and I, because I was like, it goes on to say down here, and I just want to throw this in real quick. Where is that? It was in where is it, dude? It was in here talking, and you said that's what you do. Anybody that has a business that they operate out of their home, where is that? The gig economy. The gig economy. I said, bro, what the heck is the gig economy? And you were like, dude, that what you like when you're working out of your house, when you it's what you're doing. They're focusing on. That's a lot of businesses, man.
A lot. If you got how many times y'all been hearing the side hustle, influencers? What they don't want is, they do not want, in my opinion, they don't want entrepreneurs, period.
Why?
They want every one of you and us to be employees. They want to control us. And they've been getting away with it. Everybody, hey, kid, have people been afraid of the FTC, in your opinion?
I don't know, man. I've never been afraid of them.
People have been deathly afraid of them.
Hey,
well, you talk to people, right?
There's
and
my
you said,
brother.
hey, we need support over here. And what do they say?
Oh yeah, no, people are afraid, man. People don't want to. People don't want to. But here's the thing, man. Like, so Shaka just came in. Shaka is a brother of mine, dude. So Jay, summarize it real fast. They seized all of Jay's assets and all the assets that the FTC did with no due process, just based on something that a former employee that was pissed off decided to go make up a bunch of bull crap. And the FTC said, okay, we believe you, without a court hearing or anything. And they seized everything of Jay's, his wife's, and his little boy.
Yep. Took it off.
Insane.
For example, I have a boat. The boat I have to pay $330 a month storage on. I had no idea, but I had somebody go check on it. They couldn't get in the storage gate. I said, what's wrong? They walk in. They say, oh, you have to get a hold of the receiver. She's now in control of your boat. Then we said, great, have her pay the storage bill. She says, no, I'm not paying the storage bill. So if I don't pay the $330 a month storage bill for my boat that I bought a decade ago, before I even started the company, then now I'm gonna have the storage company will impound my boat.
Wow.
It's got my son's little fishing poles in it, so we wanted to take my son fishing because he's been through what kind of trauma through this whole thing. You know, this started when he was 4, now he's 6. My attorney says, hey, to the FTC, y'all know what the Supreme Court said. It's illegal. We just been waiting on our judge to follow what the Supreme Court said. He still is yet to follow what the Supreme Court has said. So we're waiting on an appeal, plus whatever our attorneys are doing to get these district judges to listen to the Supreme Court, man.
But, you know, let's say that I'll make a number up. Let's just say they seized $5 million worth of your assets. And you got this receiver woman that's an attorney, right? Is she an attorney?
Attorney.
In private practice. She does not work for the government.
No, she works for a firm.
She works for a firm, and she's the receiver, and she was appointed by somebody in the FTC.
The judge in our case. No, the judge.
The judge appointed the receiver. The receiver is supposed to now be managing your company, making sure that people that were owed money, that were affiliates or whatever, that they were to get paid. And she said, no, we don't have money to pay. But she's taken $500,000 for herself for a variety of different reasons.
Yes.
Well, hey, it seems legit to me, dude. I don't know what you're upset about. I mean, what the heck?
Hey, to finish that story, my attorney sent a letter and said, hey, we know this, in essence, the Supreme Court thing has happened. Jay's gonna be back. He needs to just get his boat, and at least service it. It's been in there for about almost 2 years without service. Can he take his son fishing? They said no. Can't touch it. Even though they know, dude, do you know they wanted $8 million from us? So approximately all the money we took in that we delivered people their coffee, their tea, their nutraceuticals, people got it, they used it, right? The government says, you got to give all that money back to us so we can give it back to people. Are you hearing this, kid? So we can give it back to people who's already got the product and used it, who are not asking for their money back. So what are they going to do with the money if we would have gave it to them? What would they do with the money?
Well, what they do with, they collected in 2017 $5.2 billion to protect consumers, right? The Federal Trade Commission, to protect consumers. They took $5.2 billion and they protected consumers heartily. They gave them all of $200 million of that $5.2 billion, and they took that other $5 billion and did what? Bought a toilet seat for the freaking space shuttle? What the hell did they do with it? It's $5 billion. That's a lot of money, man.
Justice Amy Barrett asked them, where's the money? And if you listen to the FT, go back and listen to the hearing. Everybody go in and type in January 13th, 2021, AMG Capitol Supreme Court hearing. It's only an hour. You want to get educated on what's going on? Go listen to the hearing. Listen to the justices ask what Ken's asking. And the FTC, he was like, they couldn't answer where the money's at. But they did turn around and say the Supreme Court just sided with scam artists.
They did say that.
They said that.
They really did. They said that. I saw that. The FTC came out and they were all upset and bothered that the Supreme Court justices, all 9 of them, both sides of the aisle, extremely conservative, extremely liberal, and right down the middle, all 9 of the Supreme Court justices said, stop this. You're not allowed to do this. You are overstepping your power. And then today they released this damn document saying, yeah, well, so what? We don't care what you have to say, justices. We know that you caught us on Section 13B, where we can no longer seek restitution under that section. However, this is not the only tool that the FTC has. So thanks for playing Supreme Court, but yeah, we're going to do things the way we do things. Thank you, guys. Go back to your sandbox and play.
Scott Ricker said, this is some crazy BS. Yep.
It is absolute insanity. And, look.
Yeah, hey, it's the first time the Department of Justice attorneys did not go in and defend and speak on behalf of the FTC. First time ever.
Wow.
So, guys, but here's the question. Ken, here's the question, everybody. Instead of the FTC going, you know what? We're contrite. We messed up. We shouldn't have been doing it this way. We're going to revisit. We're going to pull everybody together, and we're going to gain back the trust of the American people. Instead of them doing that, they double down and go, no, Congress, the Supreme Court sided with scam artists. Give us the power and they have said to Congress, tell a lie.
But dude, but Congress doesn't override the Supreme Court.
No,
do they?
Congress makes the laws. We haven't taught this in school. Congress makes the laws. The Supreme Court enforces what Congress says. That's what people are not getting. The Supreme Court just enforces it.
So this House Bill 2668 is a new law they're trying to sneak in that gives them the power back.
Yeah, that gives them the power that they never had, that they were illegally using.
Can it end up back in the Supreme Court? Mark Rodriguez asked, and that's a great question. Can it end back up? Even if Congress passes this bill, can this end up back in the Supreme Court?
No, if Congress passes this bill, it becomes the law.
Wow.
It means that they now legally can go steal from anybody they want. Dude. That's exactly what the hell that means at its core. That's what I believe with all my goal, because they're telling Congress, go affirm what we've been doing illegal. The Supreme Court, what we've been doing is illegal. Tell the Supreme Court that they were wrong. This basically is saying lie for us, Congress. It's like you get caught in a lie when somebody comes over to your friend and says, lie for me. I got caught cheating. I need you to lie for me.
I don't even know that I'm not sure that it's that sinister. I do think it's sinister. Don't get me wrong. I think there's a good old boy network somewhere in here, and they're all patting each other on the rear end, trying to save each other's rear ends. And for the first time in the history of the Supreme Court, 9-0. Is that the first time ever?
They've done it before, but it's just rare.
It's very, very rare.
But I think it's the first time against the government agency. Somebody researched that. I think it's the first time against. if it was deemed unconstitutional, the justices, the thing is, if they make it a law, the justices then have to follow the law.
The Senate would have to pass it, and then the president has to
That's
sign
why
it.
we got to go crazy to stop this, because they're running into hey, they tried to do it last year in the Senate, we found out, and it didn't go nowhere. Then they ran over to the House, and now it's got, believe it or not, it's got steam in the House, because not one of those people are talking about where did all that money go. Not one of those people are talking about the non-due process. All of them keep saying over and over, well, we got to do something to protect the consumers. They're saying it over and over and over and over again. They're all caught up in the big lie. And the only way this is going to stop is if everybody listening to this goes nuts, contacts their representative, your senator, your House, contact your governor, the state attorney generals.
Wow, man. This is some crazy stuff. This is crazy.
Let me tell you something. Might as well say it's time for communism and socialism, communism combination. Let's bring it in with a big slice of dictatorship if we let that bill pass. Go ahead. Watch what it does. That bill passes. Y'all see how ruthless these people are. They hate, I know they want to kill me, because I'm not one of those people that rolled over. I can show you pictures of families. I mean, if you go download, Ken, you should go over to Stop House Bill 2668. I want everybody, I got to do a call here, Tim, but you should download the families, the people, the men that have killed themselves over this stuff. You should go over there under the resources section.
Here, I'll bring it up. Where is that? Did I miss it?
There should be a oh, there it is. Okay. Are you over there on the slide? Stop House Bill. Scroll down. Keep going down. Go down to the resources. Okay, the 5th resource. Go down to the resources.
Oh, okay.
All right, right there it says Stop House Bill. Look at that slideshow.
I'll open another tab.
I want people to see, and I want you to go to the slide real quick, and I want you to look at the families. People need to see this. Scroll down, and then scroll down real fast till you get to the families. This is a slideshow that it goes over exactly what's happened. There's been researchers that are showing exactly what's went down and how businesses. Look at that right there. That man killed himself. See him with his wife. So there's 3 kids without their dad now because he got no due process.
Wow.
Next guy. Next slide. Killed himself. No due process. So these are real human beings. I wanted people to see the slides because the FTC has blood on its hands, like the article says.
Wow.
And I got to get off here. I've got another. I mean, I just wanted people to hear this, man, Ken.
Dude, you said let's go 30 minutes.
Ken inspired me to come on here and talk to y'all. He told me that I should go live every day until the damn world is just gone nuts.
You have to, man. You need to go live every day and talk about this, dude. People need to hear this, and unfortunately, some people need to hear it over and over and over and over and over, and they need to hear updates, man. You need to be delivering the updates, and I'm being for real. Like, you need to be going live. Get Ori on with you and get other people on with you and talk about this stuff, dude. Because honestly, as long as we sit back and do nothing, you know, what's that saying? If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And you know what? This is supposed to be the land of the free, the home of the brave. And at the end of the day, we are dying on the vine as a country. The leash, the chain on the dog is shortening one link a day. It's one link at a time. They're shortening the chain, and you're losing your rights. And we're going to be in trouble. I'm telling you, we're going to be in trouble. You're going to wake up one day and go, man, my grandpa used to talk about all these rights they had.
Yep. That's right. It's there right now.
It's there
right
and
now.
there's people that are like, you know what? My life is good. I don't want to hear this stuff, man. Don't tell me about all this stuff. Your life won't be good, man.
Nope.
You can't ignore it. Putting your head in the sand, just pretending like you're good. You won't be. And it's not. Don't wait until it's too late to do something about it.
This one big power grab. As soon as they get it, go look at the report that Fitzgerald did in 73. If they can get this power grab, all the other agencies will grab it. And then it will go down to the states.
Yeah.
And that's how you get a communist dictatorship country. This is how it happens right here. It's the people are dumbed down.
Yep.
Thank you so much, Eric. And here's the key. How people can help us, we need money. Period. We can win this, but we got to have the money to fund this. So over there's a link on Stop House Bill 2668. This thing is expensive. It's hundreds of thousands of dollars. But it's not that much if a multitude of people just pitch in a little bit.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we got 300 million people in the country. What if 4,000 or 5,000 people came together, pitched in $200 or $300? Then the bottom line, man, we're going to need about $500,000 yesterday with the fight. We're doing the budgeting.
Wow.
And they got all our assets frozen. So we have to ask for donations. I can't go out and sign for a loan to defend myself.
Dude, that's insane, man. Everybody go over to stophousebill2668.com. Check out the resources, make a donation, help out with this. Yeah. This isn't for Jay. This is for all of us. This is for, if you're in the U.S., you're a citizen of the United States of America, man, we got to fight. I mean, I'm not a fatalist. I'm a very optimistic person, but dude, if you're sitting back saying, nothing's happening, man, you need to wake up, because there's a lot going on. A lot going on.
Appreciate
you. Love you, brother. I appreciate you, man.
Love everybody listening. Let's just take action. Y'all don't have to wonder where I'm at. I'm here on the front line fighting for our freedoms. Yeah. I could have just said, hey, threw my hands up a long time ago. Let them smear me. Let them rob all my rights. Go out on a farm somewhere and live off the damn land. I know how to do that. Go fish, go hunt, I can go do all that. But I believe your rights are critical. And my little boy, what they did to him, he gonna know his daddy was on the. I am not letting nobody do the trauma they did to my innocent 4-year-old. And look at those kids you see on the screen. I'm fighting for the blood that's been spilled because of this. Love you, Ken.
Love you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you to everybody watching. Don't leave me, Jay. Hang on. So I'm going to end this. I'll see you guys later. Thank you to everybody who shared this and has been here. Have a great night.